Is it right to investigate Jimmy Savile's past now he's dead? Janet Street Porter.
Well, I started in television in 1975, and I worked first of all in commercial television as a presenter. And there was definitely a culture where there was inappropriate sexual behaviour, not necessarily with underage boys and girls, but there was a culture in light entertainment that made me feel uncomfortable. I was in my late 20s, I wasn't, you know, and there was nothing I could say or do about it, but I was aware of it, of things going on in dressing rooms. So it's not just a BBC thing. I think you'll find it's across commercial television as well.
What, with underage girls?
No, I'm not saying with underage girls necessarily, but I'm saying inappropriate sexual behaviour with quite young people. They might not have been underage. When I went to the BBC as an executive in the late 80s, about 1987, I was aware of the rumours about Jimmy Savile. I was also aware of rumours about other people. There was a culture, and it was a generational thing. In areas of light entertainment, behaviour was tolerated. I feel the reason why these women never came forward before was nobody would have believed them, because Jimmy Savile raised so much money for charity, and he used the money that he raised for charity as a bargaining power to buy silence from national newspapers. And if ever there was a time when someone might have blown the whistle on him, he would threaten those newspapers and those reporters that charity money would not go to those hospitals. And I know a female journalist that went to interview him that said straight away, I was really uncomfortable. His behaviour was totally inappropriate. But women, you know, we're going back, you know, to the late 80s. Even then, entertainment on television is a very male-dominated area. If you just wouldn't have had a voice. I feel the women have come forward now because he's dead, because and it's just shocking. But there's no doubt in my mind that it happened. No doubt at all.
And is it right that it should be investigated now?
Absolutely.
The question is because he's dead. Now that he's dead.
Because we, you know, I don't want to talk about people who are around now, but we want to send out a really clear message that if you're underage and if someone's in a position of power because they're a well-known TV presenter or producer or director who can hand out fame to a younger person, you must not abuse your position. Okay. Rest assured, a lot of people knew about it at Television Centre. A lot of people at the BBC knew what was going on.
When you say knew, because a lot of people talk about, I'd heard rumours that and this and that. You're saying people actually knew what was going on.
It was certainly more than rumours, because it was something that went on a regular basis. But, you know, the women involved were just girls, and some of these girls came from very vulnerable situations. They came from special schools. They came from the places that Jimmy was supposed to be helping. Who would have believed them? And some of the women have said that when they did say something, they were punished.
The woman in red there in the third row.
I don't think people have a problem with the girls coming forward. I think they have a problem with the celebrities that are jumping on the bandwagon, saying that they knew about it in the 70s and 80s and said nothing about it.
We've had discussion about accountability, and I just think it's quite interesting, as a powerful female figure in the media, if you were aware of those rumours, what prevented you from perhaps blowing the whistle?
I heard the rumours, but I was working in an environment that was totally male. When I was 10 years old, my mother took me to a hairdresser. She left me there. He molested me. I went home. I told my mother, and she hit me. So you're talking about how women react in situations like that. Do you really think that if I had said to somebody at the BBC higher up than me, this is going on, nobody took any note? They wouldn't have taken any notice whatsoever. None whatsoever.
OK.